Hello everyone and welcome here. My name is Prosper. So in this video, I'm going to be taking you step by step how to create a profitable Facebook ad. So if you are new to Facebook ads or you want to learn about Facebook ads so that you can start offering Facebook ad service to people, or you want to run Facebook ads for your own product or for your own services, do make sure you watch this video to the end, because I'm going to be taking you step by step everything you need to know for you to create a Facebook ad. And like I said at the beginning, it's not just any Facebook ad, but to make sure that you create a Facebook ad that is profitable. That means Facebook ad that you're going to get results on your investment. So with that, if that interests you, please watch the video to the end. And if you are new to this channel, kindly click on that subscribe button to subscribe to the channel. Okay, so thank you very much if you have just done that. So now let's get started. So for you to get started with Facebook ads, so just come over to business.facebook.com. So once you click on that link, you're going to be coming over to this page. So you can see, and here you are going to log in. You can see log into your business tools from Meta. So you can decide to log in with your Facebook, or you create a new account. So preferably you can, whichever one, you can create a new account, or you can log in with your Facebook. So once you do that, you'll be coming over to a page like this. That's after you must have created an account and fill in all the information. And this is what you can see your account is looking, your ads manager, your Facebook ad manager will be look like. If you come over to this side, that's account overview. So this is what you're going to be seeing here, like the name. It's going to give you some of this information here, and then the campaign thread. So now let's go to some of these options that are available here before we go straight to start creating the Facebook ad. Facebook ad is not very difficult, so this is not going to be a very long video, because I'm going to show you the key things that you just need to know. So if you come over here to campaign, okay, so don't worry, you're still going to be getting familiar with some of these keywords. So campaign is that's the ads. So you're going to be seeing here, you're going to be seeing some of the ads that you have run in the past, and you can see some of these options here. You can see your delivery, your budget, So these are some of the ads that I've run before now, to show you all of this information. Then you can sort it out by the date. You can see. So let me set this to custom. I'll do that from here. And I click on update. So you can see to show you results of some of the ads that you've run in the past. And then whatever information you need, analytics, you can set up your column from here and set what are the things that you want to appear, so that you can use it to understand what's going on in your ads. So that's it for a year. But if you want to now create your own ads, you come over here and click on create. So but before we click on create, you can see other options here. Ad reporting. This is where it's going to see reports of your ads, the audiences. So if I should click here now, it will show me some of the saved audience. So I'm still going to mention it when we start creating the ad. So there are some audience that once you create it for a particular ad, you can go ahead and save it so that you can use it again. That will save you the stress of creating those audience manually again. Okay, so there's another thing I need to show you here, which is this billing and payment. So once you're on your account, before you create your ads, just come over to bills and payments. So this is where you're going to fund your ads account, which is very important. So while creating your account, you select the currency that applies to you. So this is in Naira. You can see it here, prepaid balance. Then if you want to add funds, just come over here and click on add funds. So you'll be seen with these options. So you enter the amount you want to add to your ads account. Once you enter the amount, maybe I want to fund it with 100,000 as an example. So I've entered 100,000. Then you select your payment method. So let me order this. So you select your payment method, debit or credit, pay with USSD, pay by bank transfer. Okay, so let me use this. This is for Naira payment. This will work for me. So I can click on next. You can say open Naira payment with MasterCard. So I just click on add payment. So it's bringing out this option. So let's just click on continue. So to come up with another window. So you can see, so this is where you're going to enter your card details and your card number, your card holder's name, the months, the years, and then you can click on pay. So with that, you'll be able to fund your Facebook ads accounts. This process will work very well, especially from Nigeria. So whichever country you're also trying to fund your account that you're watching from, you want to fund your account, it's still the same process. Just pick the payment method that applies to you, and then you'll be fine. Right. So now once you have understand how to fund your account, so let's come back here to campaigns. So once you're on campaign, you come over to create. So once you click on create, so you'll be seeing which it says choose a campaign objective. Now these are there are 6 here, 6 of them objectives, and all of them has what it is good for. So now let's look at this one after the other. Awareness, it says show ads to people. So if you select awareness, it says show ads. So this is it here. Show ads to people who are most likely to remember them. Exactly. So this is good for maybe companies that are launching new projects, or new products or services, and they just want to create awareness. You can see it is good for brand awareness, video views, show location awareness. So we also have traffic. They said for traffic, they say send people to destination like your website, app, Instagram profile, or Facebook event. So we also have the option of engagement. It said get more messages, purchases through messaging, video views, posts, engagement, post like, or event response. So we also have that of leads. So if your main goal is to get leads, go with this. If you are promoting an app, is this. And if you are looking forward to sales, find people more likely to purchase your product or services. So then you go for this. Exactly. All right. And then sometimes you might also need to, maybe you want to run an ad. You might start out with an engagement just to create an engagement on that particular ad that you want to create. After you've gotten a good number of engagements, then you can set up another ads for traffic or for leads. Exactly. So most times, depending on your objective anyway, so traffic, engagement, leads, or sales. Then if you're running app, definitely you go for app. If you're going on awareness, you go for awareness. So for the purpose of this tutorial, we are going to be selecting traffic. So we click on traffic and then we click on continue. So here it will say choose a campaign setup. So it will either offer to set it up for you, or you can choose the manual traffic campaign, but you're going to be sticking with the manual traffic campaign. So that means you're going to be setting everything ourselves from scratch. So click on continue. Okay, so here this is where you're going to be setting our campaign name. So let's give it a campaign name. So for this now, saying I want to create a campaign for, let me show you, maybe I want to promote this now, this web design services, this offer. So that's what I want to do. Okay, so yeah, let me just give it, okay, website design promo campaign. So let me just leave it as website design promo. Let's say I'm running this in March. Okay, so I've given it a campaign name. So then we scroll down. There's nothing much to do after all of these options. We are still going to leave it the way it is. So the next thing is click on next. So now we are on the ad set. So now we are asked to set our ad set name. I don't set this immediately. I'm going to come back to give it a name. But now let's continue on the conversion location. It says choose where you want it to drive traffic. You enter more details about the destination later. So now you can see we currently have 3 options. We can either send the traffic to a website, send traffic to Messenger, Instagram, and WhatsApp. So what this means is that if you want them to reach out to you on WhatsApp, exactly, so you select this option. Then if you want calls, get people to call your business, you select the option of call, send traffic to an Instagram profile, Facebook page, or both. So you select this. Now for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to be sticking with website. So maybe you want to send the traffic to your website, or you have a landing page that you have created. So then you select this option. But if you don't have a landing page or a website where you want to send them to, then you can select the messaging option. So maybe I'll do a separate video where we are going to be selecting this messaging apps option. But for this now, let's continue with website. So you select your performance goals. So for the performance goals now, maximize number of landing page views. So there are options here. These are the 2 major options. And then you can also maximize for number of link clicks. So I'm going to number of landing page views. So once you scroll down, then cost per result, this is optional, so we are leaving it like that. So now the next is for us to set our budget. Exactly. So if you're also setting for messaging apps, let me just mention it. I'm still going to do a separate video for that. You're still going to see an options where you're going to select your Facebook page that you want to use to run these ads. That's just by the way. But let's continue. So for the budget, now there are 2 options. You can select a daily budget and a lifetime budget. You can see here. So I always like to choose the lifetime budget. So the difference between the 2 is if you want to run an ad, let's say for 5 days and with a budget of 50,000, what it means is that Facebook itself will determine how they want to spend the budget across 5 days. So maybe on day 1, they can decide to spend maybe 10,000. On day 2, they spend 12,000. Day 3, they spend 8,000. You can see the cost for each days will vary. But if you are doing a daily budget, it will just be that same budget. Maybe you want to run an ad for 10,000 naira per day. So it will just be that same 10,000 naira that it will stick to. Exactly. So, but it's advisable to choose this lifetime budget, and then you set how much. Maybe I want to put in 50,000 naira, for example. So I've put in then the schedule. How long do you want the ads to run? Exactly. So what's going to be the start date? And then it's also advisable that the day you are setting up your ads, make sure the ads is starting the following day. For example, the start date is, which is definitely the today's date, but I want it to start the following day, or maybe in 2 days time or 3 days time, but not that same day that I'm setting up the ads. Okay, so the end day, how long do you want the ads to run? 14 days, 30 days, 60 days, or custom date. Maybe you want it to run for 5 days. Exactly. Even though, because you are saying 14, that doesn't mean the minimum is 14. Even if you want the ads to run for 3 days, you can set that up here. So you can just choose how long you want it to, the end date. So let's say I want it to end on this date. Exactly. So from March 31st to April 5th, that's when I want the ads to run. So that has been done already. So this option is not available. So you can also run the ads on schedule. Exactly. So what this means is that you can select the time of the day that you want the ads to run. Maybe you don't want it to run at night because you feel like your audience will not be on Facebook at night, or maybe you don't want it to run during the day. You feel like your audience will be on Facebook at night. So this is where you can do this, but I always uncheck this, let Facebook do their work. So now then we come over to audience. So this is where you're going to pick your location. Who are those that you want to target? What location do you want to target? So let's pick this. So you want to target maybe Nigeria as a whole, fine. If you think you want to target Nigeria as a whole, fine. Or you want to target some particular states. So let me close this. So maybe you want to target some particular states. If you're familiar with Nigeria, maybe you want to target Lagos. Okay, so this is as a city. Maybe I want to target Lagos as a state. So I can just come here and put in Lagos, and then I select the option of states. Okay, then maybe I also want to include Ibadan also. Okay, since I'm dealing with state, maybe I want to also target Abuja. So I can put it here. Exactly. So that's how you're going to put in your location. So you can see it right here. And if you want to maybe you want to just target Lagos alone and specific cities in Lagos. So maybe you are doing a training or an event and you just want people in Lagos. Maybe you are doing it at Ikeja and you want to target people that are in Ikeja alone. So you put in that location here, and maybe, okay, I want to add Lekki. So let me just say I want to add Lekki to it. So you can see it. So this is how you are going to set that up. So you're choosing your location, and then so if you also want to choose different countries that you want to target, so but you have to take note of your budget, exactly, because your budget plays a significant role with all the locations you are targeting. You can't put a very small budget and you are targeting tier 1 countries, exactly, or just too many countries at the same time. You might not get results. So you need to be careful. And this is right here to tell you. You can see estimated daily reach, that okay, with your budget and the location you pick and how long you want to run this ad, these are the people that you are going to reach, and these are the daily landing page views that you are going to be getting. Exactly. So, and if you scroll down, you see here that it's telling you that you might get a number less than this or even more than this. Exactly. So this is just like an estimate. Okay. So now that we've selected the location, so if you scroll down, also there are more options. So show more options. So it's showing you the minimum age that should see this ad. So it is always set to 18, but if you want to increase it, so maybe I want a minimum of let's say 22. Then exclude this custom audience. Maybe there's a particular audience that you don't want to see this ad. You can also do that. Now for the languages, you can select the languages that maybe if your ad also is language sensitive, you can see only enter in language if you need to limit your audience to people who use a language that isn't common to the selected location. Exactly. All right. So now there's still more options under this audience, advantage plus advanced. So if you scroll here, so you can see the age. What are the age range of people that you want to target? So let me put in, maybe I want to target people from, maybe I want to target people from 30 and above. And then the gender. Who do you want to target? Is it male and female, or just only male, or just only female? Depending on what the kind of ad you are running. If you are running maybe you want to sell some fashion items. You might feel like, okay, maybe women are your audience. And depending on the fashion items, you might just feel like, okay, I'm targeting only men. And this is just by the way. You can also create a test whereby you are selling a fashion item that is used by women, but it's possible you should target men. That's something you might want to try. Okay. Then detailed targeting. Now, for this, now using this ad that I'm running as an example, remember I said I'm running an ad, a web design promo. I've selected my gender, I've selected the age, and then this is detailed targeting. Okay, so look at it. You can target people based on their demographic, based on their interest, and based on their behavior. And this is what it means. So I can say I want to target MD and CEOs. So you can see, so this is based on their job title. Exactly, because those are people that I feel that will need it. So I can also say I want to target business owners. So small business owners, because I believe maybe small business owners will also need websites. So you hope you get how this works. So maybe I want to target some startups. Okay, so startup companies and business. So you can see it now. So if you're also maybe running an ad to sell some particular products, you can then a particular another one that you can search is engage shoppers. So people use this a lot when they want to sell things online. You can search for engaged shoppers. That means these are people that they buy things online. So you can see it here. Their behavior, based on their behavior, engaged shoppers. So it also works. So this is what this option is meant for, detailed targeting. But you have to be careful with this. Don't overstock it. Exactly. Don't just overload it and put too many keywords there. All right. So once you are done with this, there's an option to save audience. Remember I showed you save audience somewhere here, where you see all this. So with all these options that you have chosen, if you want to run another ad, instead of you picking all of these options again one after the other, once you save this audience, you click on save this audience, you can always use it again. Okay. So now the next thing is for us to choose our placement. Where do you want our ads to show? So let's edit this option. So you can see Facebook can just tell you that, you know what, we'll decide ourselves, but always settle for the manual. So for the manual options, you're going to choose where you want your ads to show. So you also on device, there's an option to select the device. Okay, let's edit it. So I want it to show on mobile and desktop. But if you feel like what you are promoting should only show on desktop or should only show on mobile, that's a good example is if you are promoting an app. Definitely the app will be used on mobile. So it's preferable to select the mobile option. Exactly. But if you feel like maybe if you are convinced that, okay, either you're on Facebook on desktop mode or mobile mode, your audience are still there, then good. Okay, then what platform do you want it to show on Facebook alone, on Instagram, on Messenger, or on the audience network? Okay, so this is also a matter of preference and your ad budget. So for this now, let's say I'm selecting only Facebook. I only want the ad to show on Facebook. Okay, so then you are going to come here and select the placement. So you can have it, maybe you want to show it on your Facebook feeds, on profile feeds, on Facebook Marketplace, video feeds. Maybe I don't want video feeds. I can just uncheck it. Facebook right column, okay. So I hope you get it. So you can select your placements on stories, Facebook stories. Maybe, okay, I don't want it on Facebook stories. I don't want it on Facebook Reels because the creative I'm going to be using is not video. So then on search results, okay, yes, I want it to show on search results. So once you have selected all of these options, and then you are okay with it, you can see we've selected 7 placements out of 21 possible placements. So once you are done with that, you click on next. Okay, before we go on next, let me come back. I didn't set the name. So now I can come back and put in my name that, okay, for this particular ads now, I selected website option. And then what else did we use? Okay, we are running it for 5 days, and then okay, so website traffic, 50K, 5 days. Just make sure you give it a title that once you are looking at the analytics or the results, you'll be able to understand what's going on. Okay, So let me just leave it like that. So I can just go ahead and click on next. Okay, so this is where you are going to select the ad name. So for this now, I said I'm using this particular post. So let me just give it a name. So let me say the green and black banner. So let me just give it that name. Okay, so green and black banner or flyer. Okay, so now let's look at the other options. The partnership ad, this is turned off. So now the Facebook page where the ad is, so this is it now. So if it's not on this page, if it's on another page, you can just click here and select the page that applies. So you can see it will show all of the page that is attached to your account. And if it is not there, you can see, you can then add it. Okay, so advertise on Instagram. If you have linked your Instagram account to your Facebook, there's an option there. You can also make sure the ad is also showing on Instagram, so on your Instagram account specifically, or to pick an ad or a post rather from your Instagram account. Okay, so now let's look at the ad setup. So by preference, I always make sure that the ads that I'm promoting is already on my Facebook page. So what I'll just do here is I'll come here and use an existing post. Exactly. So once you've selected create an existing post, so you can see this, you can say enter a URL to automatically find site links you can choose to add. By default, we'll use your destination URL. Okay, so we'll come back to this. So now let's use, since we've selected use an existing post, so we can select a post, and if you want to create a new post, this is it, but I always prefer to select a post. So let's see if I can locate that post here. Anyway, if I can't locate it, you just see all of your posts that you have on your Facebook page that you've selected. If it was Instagram, you can see, but I don't have Instagram linked, so it's Facebook. So I just hope it's this. Okay, so this is it. Once I've selected it, then I can click on continue. Okay, so you can see it here. So what's the call to action? So that the meaning of that call to action is this. You can see there's WhatsApp here. So that's the call to action here. But I don't want, if you don't want it to be WhatsApp, so you can see. So if it shows you an option to change it, you can also change it. So since we select traffic, I want to send them to, let's say I want to send them to a particular landing page now. So this is where I'm going to enter it. So let's say I want to send them to one of my websites. Okay. Maybe that's a link to the landing page. So that will take them to the landing page. Okay. So there's an option to change this call to action button, which is WhatsApp here. So there'll be an option to change it, but for some reason I'm using this ad somewhere. I'm currently using it somewhere, so I can't change it right now. But as I mean, I'm not using it. There'll be an option you can change it from either WhatsApp to either learn more, book now, and the likes. Learn more. It will just show that option, but I can't do that here because I'm having this ads running somewhere within my account. So, but basically that's how you do it. So once you are done with this, let's just scroll down to see the other options that we're having. So if they have to start the conversation with you, what are the possible questions and responses? So you can edit that here. So let's come down. So we didn't set any website events, so we can't use that. Then URL parameter, this is optional. So with this now, we've been able to go through all of the options. So let me see. So we've gone through all of the available options. Then the next thing is to publish. So once you are done, you go ahead and then you publish. So while publishing your ads, if there's any issue or there's any error, Facebook will notify you immediately that, okay, you can see, okay, so there's no error here. There's no error here. So our ad is currently processing. So another thing I need to mention here is that, remember that the ad is already processing. If it is approved, then the ads will start running, or it will show scheduled because you know it's scheduled to start running the following day that we said. So another thing you need to take note is that make sure that your budget that you selected, for example, using this as an example, we put our budget to, you can see we set it 50,000. So make sure you have up to that amount. You can see that means the ad is already approved. That's why you are seeing scheduled already. The ad has been approved, but you need to make sure that you have enough budget to fund enough fund to in your accounts to fund the budget. And basically that is it on how to run a Facebook ad. So the next thing is you have to pay attention to your analytics and to make sure that you are getting results. You know, sometimes you might run an ad and you might not be getting enough results like you expected. So you need to, but one of the major things is that make sure you select the right campaign objectives. Exactly. So, and in doing that, you might just start out with maybe traffic, engagement, you know, those are some of the options. Just make sure that whatever campaign objective you are choosing is aligned with what you tend to achieve. Exactly. So like I said in this video, I selected traffic and website. So I'm going to be creating another video where I'm going to be showing you for that of traffic and if you are choosing WhatsApp. Exactly. So I hope you find value in this. If you do, please give the video a thumbs up. And if you are here to subscribe to this channel, please click on that subscribe button right now to subscribe. It's absolutely free. So go ahead and do that right now. Click on that subscribe button. All right. So thank you very much. And I'll see you all in another video. Bye for now.